Ladies and gentlemen, we have been hearing rumors for weeks, if not months now, about what the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S24 line of phones would be like. We've heard about the cameras, we've heard about the specs, we've heard about AI features, but finally, the time is nearly here because Samsung has just opened up, as they are prone to do, reservations for this device. If you go to the link in the description, you give them your name, your email, and your phone number, you're going to get $50 of Samsung credit, and they usually have like increased trade-ins for that first period as well. Basically, guys, it's almost time. The next Samsung Galaxy Unpacked event is happening in about 2 weeks. I think the date is the 17th of January, if I'm remembering correctly. We're going to find out everything that there is to find out about these devices. But really quickly, since we're already here, let's talk a little bit about what we kind of think that we already know about the S24 line of devices. Personally, I'm actually kind of excited because the S23 Ultra has been surprisingly one of my favorite devices of the last year. It's a device that I have used almost every day. If you watch this channel and you see little bits of B-roll where I'm showing another phone or whatever I might be doing, it was almost certainly shot with this device, and that has been why this thing has remained charged and out in my house the entire time that I have owned it. So of course, with that being true, the S24 Ultra is relatively exciting to me. So again, let's jump into some of the changes that we are expecting. So the first thing is that apparently they're going to be following in the footsteps of Apple and doing something with titanium. They're ditching the armor aluminum in the S24 Ultra and then going to a titanium frame. This is something I've seen rumored in a few different places. Might feel a bit more premium, might boost durability a little bit, but I think that maybe I'm wrong, but I think titanium is a bit more scratch prone, but like maybe harder to break. I might be wrong about that, but that's something that I've seen talked about. How about slimmer bezels? Personally, I'm not like really all that bothered by the bezels on these devices, right? Like, seems pretty slim to me already, but apparently the front display is going to be slightly flatter than before, and with that, they're going to have the bezels be a bit slimmer because when you do have a slight curve, it does lessen the appearance of the bezels. If you flatten things out, the bezels look bigger, so you have to thin them out to kind of keep the same general appearance. Sticking with that screen, though, we're going to be getting a pretty big boost in brightness. I've seen people talking about anywhere from 2,500 nits, 2,600 nits of peak brightness for all the S24 models, so not just the Ultra there, which would be absolutely incredible, especially considering that in the past, when Samsung has said a device has a particular brightness level, that's actually true. Talking about you, OnePlus and Oppo with your 2800 nits brightness phone that doesn't have 2800 nits of brightness, it will probably actually measure at those levels of brightness with history being the indicator. So that is very, very cool as well. Performance-wise, we're going to be getting the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in most regions, but unfortunately, the Exynos 2400 chip is expected to power the Ultra in other regions, which is definitely a bit of a disappointment for those people. Now, along with that processor, expect an expanded focus on AI. We've seen rumors that they're going to be using effectively their own version of Magic Editor, allowing you to move objects around inside a photo and have AI fill in the empty space that was there. How about the ability to zoom out of a photo, to expand a photo, right? So maybe you've got a picture that was just up too close. You want to be able to zoom out and see more, but you didn't take a picture zoomed out well. It'll zoom it out and fill in that empty space. That is very, very cool. So again, expect a big focus on AI with this device. And yeah, they're talking about AI already in their teasers. So that's definitely going to be true. We've also seen rumors of a RAM upgrade, maybe 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's one that may or may not be true, but I've heard that as well. In regard to the cameras, definitely some changes going on there. The biggest one with the Ultra is swapping out the 10x optical zoom for a 5x optical zoom that is much higher resolution and has a larger sensor. How will this pan out for the extreme zoom ranges? We're not exactly sure, but I would expect it to obviously have a better mid-zoom performance and probably better low light in zoom, and that's also something that has been talked about quite a bit already. When you have that higher resolution at 5x, you can just sort of censor crop in and probably maintain similar quality at 10x. So I would think that basically what we're going to get here is maybe a downgrade in the extreme zooms, but in the zoom levels that people actually use on a day-to-day basis, which tend to be what? 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7, 8. Probably going to be a pretty good improvement over the S23 Ultra, which is quite cool. I don't think the battery is rumored to change 5,000 milliamp hours. Maybe the charging could get faster, but I don't know that I've really heard a whole lot about that. And I would also expect the price tag to remain equally as heavy as last year for the Ultra phone, probably around $11.99. So plus tax, that is a pretty darn expensive device for sure. But again, January 17th is when the date is actually going to hit. We're going to get to see all of this stuff. They usually have an event. If there is an event to be live streamed alongside of, I will be here doing that and reacting alongside you guys watching and enjoying that event. So guys, again, there is a link in the description down below. If you click on that link and then fill this stuff out, it is an affiliate link which does benefit the channel that you are currently watching. So keep that in mind. And the cool thing is you can fill this out and you can reserve one and get the credit. And then when it comes out, if you don't actually want to buy it, you don't have to. So there's really like no harm in filling it out just in case you see the event and something blows your mind and you just absolutely have to have the thing. So definitely give that a look, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content just like this. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.